Hello, movie fans. It's your boy, TLA, the director of the upcoming film, What Have I Done? The campaign is officially live. We're trying to raise money to finish the film. The third act is going to be expensive. We'll be flying actors and talent from out of state. We need hotels, food, airfare to make everything work perfectly for this film to hit its release date of October, Halloween of this year. So I'm pledging and asking for your help to help support this film, this project. And if you do, your name will appear in the end credits of this film. Much appreciated. I thank you in advance, and let's go on this journey together and become part of the film. What have I done? Yo, what's up? Yeah, man. It's all about that episode 3 right about now. Winning time. Man, I absolutely love this series. This particular one was based upon Pat Riley, former player looking for a gig. And a lot of these players, when they walk away from the game, give them a year or two, they're lost. I mean, they go from the highest of highs to the lowest of lows. I give Pat Riley's wife credit. She stuck with him. Looked like she was a psychologist seeing patients at home. Pat Riley was lost, man. He went to the Lakers begging for a job. They wouldn't let him in the front door. This was the policy. No former players are allowed through that goddamn front door. And you had a gigantic black man saying, "No, son, you can't get in. I know who you are. Thank you for the championship, but your pale white ass ain't walking through that goddamn door." Period. Point blank. And that's the way it was. That's how the forum ran their business. This man walks to the beach. This man's in tears. Looks to the left. A couple of brothers playing a pickup game. He goes over there and starts playing. 35 years old. Get his nose and face all busted up, but hey, you know, he just can't walk away from the game of basketball. He finally gets into the forum, begs for a job. And the guy that says, "Look, man, can you do commentating with Chick Hearn?" He's like, "Anything." He said, "Well, man, I think you have a terrible voice. No offense. You sound like a faggot." Now, don't get me wrong. That's the language they use in the show. We got to remember this is 1979. That's the way they talk. So I don't want to offend anyone. I'm just laying the message alongside how the show went down. They call them people fags, the way they talk. And he had a very feminine voice, not good for sports. The guy said, "Man, look, Pat Riley, look, go home, make a demo tape, and get back to me." Man, he's terrible. He tried and tried and tried, and his wife's like, "Look, do something with yourself. You know, take this garage and clean it up. You got twigs and vines growing through the roof. Do something." He gets up there with a little gardening tool, trying to cut down these vines. Didn't work. Got a chainsaw out, started cutting through the vine, cut his leg, yells at the top of his lungs, "Go crazy." He cuts down and destroys his whole garage. Dude is lost. Damn. Then you got the Lakers. Jerry Buss looking for a new coach because Jerry West up and left them dry. Well, not totally dry. He stayed along to try to help them find another coach to replace him. He wasn't a total douchebag. He's like, "Man, I want Jerry Tarkanian, the head coach of the UNLV running Rebels. I like the way they run their offense, man. They are fast-paced up and down." But he was in trouble, man. This dude was involved with the mob, gambling, you know, paying players underneath the table to join his program. And, you know, he was dirty. They had cameras hidden in the locker rooms and places like that on the campus to catch his ass doing dirty deeds. They offered this man $750,000 a year, plus 2 cars, Rolls Royces, one for him and his wife. He's like, his agent is like, come on, man, take the deal, take the deal. They're having dinner in Las Vegas. He looks over and a bottle of champagne is delivered to that table. He's like, who is this from? He said, from the gentleman over there. It was 4 dudes from the mob. Boy, Jerry Tarkanian turned whiter than he already was. He's like, oh, man, dinner's over. I'm out this booch. And Jerry's like, yeah, I think I'm going to take that job, man. Him and his wife try to, like, sneak off and run to L.A. They found his manager partner in the back of a trunk of a car with his head blown off. It was serious. I'm like, damn. Now you got Magic Johnson leaving home, leaving country-ass Michigan to come to big, bad L.A. Family was sad and happy at the same time, you know. His mom's like, boy, find a good church and do the right thing. He gets to L.A. It's like they give him a hard time. Norm Nixon said, man, you dress like a country nigga. What's up? He said, man, you need to get you some new threads, baby. You need to dress like the L.A. cats out here, baby. Magic's like, man, I'm fly. Magic didn't know better. He's country. But Norm Nixon took him to a premiere of a movie that he's in, this basketball movie, starring a couple of NBA players, Dr. J and himself. Big time, big time. They go to the movie theater, the premiere. They see Bill Cosby get out the limousine. Everybody goes crazy. Some of the Lakers are there. They're all taking pictures. And this pimp walks up to Irvin Magic Johnson. He's like, hey, man, ain't you Magic Johnson, baby? He goes, yeah, what's up? Man, you won me a whole bunch of money when you beat that college boy in Indiana, had that white boy crying on camera. Man, I love it. He goes, man, here's my card, man. Whenever you get bored, come see me at my VIP lounge, man. And you get the best trim, the best punani, the best drinks, little pool, little after hours fun. And he's like, oh, okay. Well, Magic trying to do the right thing. Goes in there with his teammates, watch this movie. He's bored out of his mind. Looks down at that business card. He goes to that after night spot. Yeah, this man probably banged about 10 women in one night. He's having fun. Women galore. The LA life caught up with Magic quick. The next night, he stays home trying to chill. Calls up his girl, Cookie, back at Michigan College. She's like, hey, Irvin, what's going on? Yeah, I know you want me there, but man, my life is here. And the reason why you're calling me because, you know, you're bored. You're trying to figure out who you are. And he's like, man, it's sad, man. Magic Johnson is depressed. You know, teammates are throwing him under the bus. But that's the way it is when you're a rookie. He goes out to dinner with Norm Nixon. And Norm Nixon's like, all right, man, get the bill. I was like, fuck. But Magic Johnson makes more money than him, so he know he can afford it. And that's the way it is. That's the way it is. And originally, Jerry Buss and Jeannie Buss were supposed to take Magic out to lunch to welcome him to L.A. But my man had to run to Vegas, take care of that business, looking for a new coach. And Jeannie Buss was not forced, but was had to please do the deeds of her father and take Magic out for a night on the evening town. He did not know that was his daughter. He was like, damn, who's this fine white girl kicking it with Jerry Buss? He thought it was like one of these little, fly women around the way. No, it's his daughter. And don't get me wrong, Jeannie Buss is fine. She's fine now as the Lakers owner. This woman been fine her whole life. That's why Phil Jackson married her and started tapping that ass. But yeah, man, this was a very cool, interesting episode. There's no basketball in this episode, straight drama, but man, it was F-bombs galore going back and forth. The beginning of the show opened up with Jerry Buss and Jerry West cussing each other out. You left me dry. You quit on me, you piece of shit. I mean, they was going at it. But Jerry West just knew he couldn't do it. He's like, man, I need to be on the floor to help this team win. I'm removed from the game. Yelling at these players from the sideline ain't going to make them win. You need a real coach. And that was his whole dilemma. And I appreciate that. He came real with it. But episode 3, man, straight entertainment. Love this series. Until the next time, be sure to like, share, subscribe, and tell all your friends. More importantly, leave your comments down low. And I'll be back next week.